Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a minute. Royal Bettors back here with you. I'm Jaric, that's Jake, and we took 2 days off, but we're back. And instead of just reviewing stuff, I think we should just hop into this card since we started a little late today.
Well, I just want to say that I've officially hit 100 losses here on my
Yep.
record. I've hit 64 of them. You get those pushes at 70. It's pretty bad. Me and Jarek's on the same pace. We were talking about it. He needs 12 wins before he gets 10 losses
I'm
to.
determined now.
Yeah, now you have to get it right. 12 wins before you get 10 losses to get better than a 64 out of 100. That's a D. That's pretty bad. But we'll move on. My last day was
We're
fairly
not
good.
even 30 days. We're just a little over 30 days into the hockey season here. We've only done, 28 shows based off of our best bets.
Yeah, I think I'm one short of you because I didn't show up one day. Yeah, I'm at 17 or 27. But other than that, yeah. So let's get on to today. We got a big card, and yeah, let's
Yeah, nice
get
tiny 12-game slate. Nice and small. Nothing too
very,
major.
very true. I didn't have
All
enough
right.
lines on my paper.
Game number one, the Islanders and the Panthers. Islanders plus 145 road favorites. Panthers minus road favorites, home road dogs. I can't speak, man.
Wow.
Every time I start this show off, I just sound stupid. And Panthers minus 165 home favorites. Over under 5.5, shaded to the over. I like the first period under here, even though. All right, so yesterday, I didn't bet anything yesterday, but I was paying attention, obviously. 3 goals in the first period to snap the Islanders' 10-game, I believe it was, first period under streak. There were no goals, I believe, the rest of the game after. Tampa got like an empty net or like maybe two. I saw it ended 4-1, but like the game was pretty much scoreless the rest of the way through.
Yeah, second period was nothing.
Yeah, so like I think this game will go back to the first period under here tonight. Florida's back home after a long trip, kind of a trap game if you ask me. I normally tend to think that way when the teams come home after a 5+ game
And they
road trip.
haven't looked good. They
Exactly.
not been winning
What I
games.
will say
That's what
though
the
is they're
goalie said.
unbeaten, I believe, on home ice. So
Yeah, I feel
keeps me away
you.
from a side.
Sorokin's in net for the Islanders, right?
I
Because
believe so.
what's his name was in Varlamov was yesterday.
Yeah.
This game. Yeah, I actually feel the other way on your first period here.
Well, the Panthers' first period overs have been on a heater. That's kind of why it's just like
Yeah, I don't. This game's just a tough one, but yeah, you said their first game back from a road trip. I like Sorokin a lot better than Varlamov for the Islanders, and the Panthers have been struggling. It makes me want to lean the Islanders here. The line has moved fairly a lot towards the Panthers too, up almost 20. Let's see, I'm an Islanders fan. Florida or nothing. Dang.
and the first period under. Yes, Nick,
As an
ride it.
Islanders fan, all right, I gotta bet the
You
Islanders
can't
now.
not ride it until it's broken, if you ask me.
I mean,
With
but
the
it broke.
first period under.
You just
Yeah,
said it.
but like it. Yeah, but it was just one game. Like if they go like 3 or 4, it's like oh. But like right now, like it's just one. Streak's got to end at some point. New one starts tonight. Trot's hockey, baby.
But with you saying you're an Islanders fan and you're betting against your team,
Dude, all right, hang on,
I just
Mr.
want to take
Islander
it.
fan. I'm thinking about betting your team to win the division here next Thursday on American Thanksgiving. Because I told myself I was going to do that, and they haven't gotten off to like the greatest start. Like the value's going to be kind of there still.
Oh, it's definitely got to be there, right? I'm kind of curious because I know we talked about that in our preview for the division
We
with
did.
because we're like the Islanders were favorited to start. Yeah, plus 700 compared to what?
I think it was
Plus
like plus 300 or something.
plus
It was somewhere
250.
around there. I think. Yeah, somewhere around there.
I think it was.
Leaning Florida. Nick said he's leaning Florida and didn't bet it. Reading the chat here. Yeah, I mean Florida's unbeaten at home. I mean, I wouldn't want to look any other way on a side, but I'm not going to bet the side. I like the
Yep.
first period under minus $1.15, and we'll carry on over across to the other New York team. Canadians at Rangers. Habs plus 165. Rangers minus 190. Home favorites. Over under 5.5. Shaded over. I'm going to take the first period under 1.5 here, but this is the one that's probably my least favorite of the first period unders I'm betting. Because the Habs have been scoring goals here in period one, And I mean, it's broke with the Rangers here. I mean, they've allowed 2 first period overs here as of late. So I mean, I'm still gonna kind of go back to the well with it. But if tonight it doesn't work out, I might be a little hesitant because the Rangers are starting to score more now. The Habs have scored a lot early, so this could be a hesitant one. If you don't want to tail, I don't blame you.
I'm gonna put that chat up in a second. Yeah, I tend to like goalies in their first start. Maybe not to win, but to like put up a fight and not be a blowout like everyone is expecting today. I know the Rangers line opened up at -160. It's up to -190 or 95. It hit 200. Everyone's on them, I know, today. A lot of them are on regulation too. I know it's Shesterkin's and net. He's their trustworthy guy, but you can't just fade a rookie goalie because you don't know what he is, and he's going to want to do good in his first game, and that tends to happen a lot. I might look towards the under in this one. Other than that, I think I might just watch it. For some reason, I feel like the Habs are going to score first, but like you said,
they have been scoring the first goal. They have been scoring the first
Yeah.
goal as of late, so it's a good hunch.
And I do feel like that goalie's going to want to stand up strong for as long as he can and lets one in. And then I think
he was good. I believe, maybe I'm wrong if he was on the Canadian team, but I'm pretty sure he was the American netminder. If he was the Canadian netminder, I'm going to feel so stupid, but I'm pretty sure that was Levi.
he doesn't have an American.
Panthers traded him somewhere. I think Buffalo in the Reinhardt trade. But yeah, Primo was really good when I watched him play in the World Juniors, and from what I've heard, he's done well in the AHL. So I wouldn't be surprised if he plays well tonight.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna look towards an under here, and I do think the Habs come out and score first, but we'll see what happens. Let me go over to this real quick. Yeah, so Carolina is definitely probably the deepest team.
This is why, though, I'm going to give you the argument for the Islanders. The Caps and the Canes are yet to hit a lull, and they're going to hit a lull. The Islanders, man, their numbers at home last year. I mean, Sorokin and Varlamov are the best goaltending tandem at home.
Yeah.
Hands down. And to me, Varlamov, especially not playing like the first month of this year, these guys could post like 15 shutouts at home combined this year. Yeah, I don't even think that's an over-exaggeration. Like, this is Islander hockey, and they're going to live up to it.
They had the 3-game stretch with 1 goal allowed in 3 games. Like, and I just feel like their late playoff push, like you said, you think they're not a playoff team. I'm sorry. It's
Nick. Yeah.
Nick. So, talking to him, basically. You say they're not a playoff team, but that playoff push.
No, he says they're not a regular season team.
Not a regular season team. Yeah, not a regular season team. But when they come to playoff push time, I feel like they're going to win like 15 of their last 20 games. Like they're going to go on that run at the end because they know the playoffs are coming. And you're right, they are a playoff team, one of the best at it too. So, I don't know. I'll look towards it. Plus 700 is very good value on a team.
Missing their boy Eberle. Shouldn't have let him go. Maybe Josh Bailey could have went.
All right. But yeah, back to hockey.
That was hockey, but today's slate.
Hockey.
Calgary and the Philadelphia Flyers. Calgary -120, Philly +100. Home dogs over under 5.5, 110 both ways. This is another first period under for me here. The way both these teams have been trending. Philly's finally hit that 5-game in a row mark. Shout out Chris Otto for putting out them charts. They help me make these first period wagers quite often. Calgary here, I believe they're 4-7 in their last 11 first periods to the under. So, or to the over, I should say, 4 over 7 unders. Flyers 5 straight unders here in the first period. I'm going to ride it here. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Flames get one here in the first period and maybe win the first period. But I'm going to stick with the under here minus $1.15. And yeah, we're kind of heavy on the first period unders here today.
Yeah, I love Carter Hart at home. That's one of my favorite things to look at.
Keep in mind too in this game, the Flyers, this could be a revenge spot to an extent. They have 4 shots halfway through this game last time they played out in Calgary. Literally, because I bet on the Flyers that night. I was pissed.
Yeah, I totally lean Flyers here, but I think it's going to be a draw. With that being said, I'm not going to bet a side. I'm going to be betting the draw on this one. I think it's going to be low scoring as well. That's why I agree with you on that first period under. I think Hart's going to start off strong, and I'm thinking Markstrom's going to be in net. either way, the Flyers aren't.
Dan Vladar's played well his last couple starts.
Very true. But neither team has been – well, the Flames were on that super hot streak where they were scoring like 5 goals a game. I know they scored 5 last game, but that was against what? The broken Senators, right?
Yeah,
the
they scored 4, yeah.
Yeah, that was the broken Senators game. So.
And then they lost to the Leafs 2-1.
Was that last game?
That was 2 games ago. But yeah, just
okay.
on this trip.
I was like, I skipped a game. I know they were.
It's been under City so far, and I wouldn't be like, if you want the draw on this one, it could totally be 2-2 OT, 100%.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking the draw here and that first period under, like you talked about, because I like to ride Carter Hart. Let's see, Calgary money line. Yeah, I mean,
right here, see under my finger, Mangiapane to record a point. I believe it's plus 120 on DraftKings. So if you like it, hop on it.
Yeah, it's very reasonable. I'm not against you for taking the Flames money line. I think it's anyone's game. So, yeah.
All right, so we're both liking the first period under. Nick over here in our chat's liking the Flames. Jake Osashi liking Carter Hart here tonight at home. I'm sure if we get to DFS, we might hear his name pop up. Buffalo and Pittsburgh here. This is going to be a stay away game for me, but we'll talk about it anyway. Pittsburgh minus 260, Buffalo plus 205. Over under 6 shaded to the under. I don't really have a perspective on this game, an opinion, whatever the hell you want to call it. I can't see this game any damn way. I can't think of how this game's going to turn out any kind of way. I want no part of it. I mean, the way I could think of it is first period over, but I'm just not touch it.
Yeah, I don't have a play on it. I have a player prop on it.
Yeah, so do I, and it's a revenge factor. It's next Sabre. Give you a heads up.
Well, I guess we can talk about it later. It's going to be past for both of us. Tokarski's not been bad. So
he hasn't gotten the goal support, and they finally started talking about that. I saw an article pop up. Not for the cup. That made me laugh.
I like this. I like this bet. The Penguins haven't. I mean, they're gonna play good. They're at home, but Tokarski has played fairly good against in his games so far, and he's not the Sabres. Like, what can you expect? So, yeah, that's a good bet. It's probably it's got to be a decent amount of money with the Pens line all the way at minus whatever. Yeah, minus 125 for Sabres, plus 1.5. I like it. I might take a Sabres team total. I've been riding that one lately.
It's been cashing. Yeah. Because that line's back. When Eakin came back, the goal scoring came right back.
Right. Yeah, over 2.5 plus 130. I might take that there. Yeah, I can see the 24-3.
Yeah, literally though. All right, I'll probably stay away from you overall. Kind of lean first period over, but I don't want to add too much to my card, as I don't want to hit 100 losses before I get to what? What is Jake at? He's at. I just went away. I can't see it. Damn. All right. Either way, Nashville and Toronto here. Nashville plus 180. Toronto minus 210. Over under 5.5 shaded to the under. Nashville, I think, is definitely a live dog in this one. I definitely think so. I mean, Saros has been playing lights out. I mean, the net mining in Toronto's been awesome. I got to respond to a text real quick.
I'll go. With that being said, Nashville is a live dog, but I definitely will not be betting it. But
I bet the plus 1.5.
My favorite bet, which I got on so early, when I saw the lines, I was like, I don't even know how this is possible with a Campbell versus Saros. The under 6 was minus 110. It is now.
You got on that?
Yeah, it's now minus like 150.
See, and that's what makes me feel better too. Because when Nashville wins against these guys, it seems to go under. But recently, since Matthews has been drafted, like the Leafs era or the Matthews era of the Leafs, it's like when the Leafs beat the Press, it's like 5-2. So it's like it just barely goes over.
Yeah, but an under 6 at minus 110, and if you look at under 6,
I'll bet Leafs under 6s anytime I see one.
Yeah, I was shocked. I just looked through the games, and that was the one bet I made, and it would be my best bet, but that's not fair to anybody watching the show because it's at literally minus 150.
Kasha though for the Leafs is in my DFS lineup.
Yossi's been so hot, dude. Every time I look,
Kasha, dude, 3 straight games with a goal for the Leafs.
Oh, true. Yeah, this game, I don't know. It has Nashville written all over it.
Nashville plus 1.5 and a parlay with something else.
Yeah, I like it. It's Toronto's always highly favored, so. But I don't know.
It
I
seems
don't
like the
see.
Leafs. I've been like the Leafs' first game of like each week is always just kind of like sketch.
I'm happy with that under 6 bet, but like I don't see Toronto losing.
I almost took the first period under in this one too.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad look. The Leafs are just always so heavily favored. I don't know.
See, I like the Preds though because I believe they're 7-3 of their last 10 road games against the spread, and they're 5-0 in their last 5 or 4-1, something like that. And the Leafs have not been. Huh?
I'm gonna say Yossi to record a point has to be juiced.
Probably. What's the power play point?
Minus 110. That's
Except
it.
I think the Leafs penalty kill's been decent, but
it's like number 1. they're way up there. But it's minus 110 for Yossi to record a point. I like it a lot, but also I think this game's gonna go under, so I'm not gonna record any. I'm not gonna bet points of games I think are gonna go under. It seems not worthy. You got a plus 100.
Nice. Yeah. So all our books are kind of different. You got a better price on Yossi. We'll get a better price on Mangiapane. So yeah. Edmonton and a Winnipeg, basically a pick'em. Edmonton minus 115, Winnipeg minus 105. Over under 6 shaded to the over. Now, this is what I'm going to touch the over 6 on here. I mean, Edmonton, Winnipeg, this is just offense galore, if you ask me. Hellebuck's numbers are almost 3.5 goals per game against the Oilers. And I believe Winnipeg will keep the offense going here. I mean, Kyle Connor's just been on a torrent pace. I believe him and McDavid are going to kind of duel in this one. That's kind of like my bold prediction of this one. It's going to be McDavid and it's going to be Connor, McDavid dueling each other.
Hey, on FanDuel, it's plus 102 for Yossi to have a point.
102. Now, FanDuel's prices are so weird, dude.
Bro, the extra 2 cents. For this game, I am totally gonna pass.
Really?
Bully RV and Hyman to record a point. Yeah,
literally, like point props. Like this game's probably gonna have prop city all over. Like 4-3. Give me a 4-3 final. 5-3 if there's an empty netter. I don't know.
I might hit some props up. Yeah,
I lean Edmonton to win this game. That's for sure.
Dang, this game opened up at 5.5.
Yeah, I would have jumped all over a 5.5. I jumped on the 6. I'm okay if it pushes.
I know I have it over 5.5 on one bet. I just don't know what
I do too, and we're about to talk about it next.
Oh, it wasn't that game.
Okay.
Dang. Yeah, no, I have no bets on this one. I don't want to pick a side. I mean, I like the total, but I don't know. Oilers last year hit that spot where they would just win games 2-1. They'd score a goal or two, and then they just lock it down. And
this isn't a spot where that's going to happen.
It's not, but I just don't. The Oilers are weird. I don't know. Because, like, the first period, you say you lean first period over, right? But like
not in this one. No.
Yeah.
I mean, probably. If I like the full game over, why not? I mean.
Yeah, just look at Oilers games, and they start off so, like, first period will be 0-0. And then
dude, that Buffalo game was 1-1. I don't give a shit. 2 disallowed goals. I was so mad. Literally, I'd probably go flawless that day if DeBrincat hits the empty net. Like I don't think you were on the show when I talked about it, but I was like, I went 1-3, but I didn't feel like I handicapped anything poorly.
Yeah, true. But I'll pass on this one. Player props, we'll look at them.
All right, Sharks and Wild. Sharks plus 160 on the road. Minnesota minus 180 at home. Over under 6 shaded to the under. I got this one at 5.5 minus 125 to the over, and I did end up betting that here. Minnesota Wild overs at home are flawless so far, and at 5.5, I'm not going to pass that one up whatsoever. So give me Sharks Wild over 5.5. Keep it as simple like that. I mean.
Yeah.
Both these teams have offensive talent. We know this.
Yep, 100%. I like Cam Talbot here. Wild in regulation could be a look. I don't think it's that.
They're 5-0 against the spread here after starting 0-8 or whatever, 0-9 against it. So they've turned things around. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna look at them toward in regulation minus 115. Other than that, I don't really have an opinion. I feel like it's gonna be like Talbot might lock it down and prevent that over, and that's what's holding me away because I do like Cam Talbot a lot.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I was like, this ain't Vancouver, baby.
True. Yeah, because I
Plus
do
five
kind
and a
of.
half. Like Minnesota, I think definitely. Like, Minnesota team total over is probably a decent look too. I believe our friend Melissa's on that. So if you want to tail her on the team total, I think she just took the over 3.
Yeah, very fair. I wanted to look for. Oh, it's probably on the other one. I'm gonna look at.
Terry's hoping for a Minnesota win. He probably hopes the Sharks score first so he can live bet them, get more money. Because
I bet
if the
all of
Sharks
it.
win this game, I'll genuinely be surprised.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna look at. Oh, I guess it's a player prop. I guess you don't want to hear that, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Carlson to get a point, but is he even playing? What the heck? He's
I
not
don't
on
know,
any.
but our friend Nick here in the chat, I'm reading, he likes Burns plus 112 to record a point. I mean, why not? He grew up. He played for the Minnesota Wild before. It's who drafted him. I mean, I don't mind the looks like that. Hartman's been one of the best Wild players. I like both those props.
100% in a game that expecting to be higher scoring. Definitely might tail them. I might do Burns Yossi in the parlay, but I know that's stupid because they're just good price.
Nothing stupid. If I cashed a JG Pajot, Drew Doughty goal scorer parlay last year, nothing stupid.
Could you imagine?
I remember. No, okay. You know that little group chat we're in, like the gamblers group chat. There was like 2 late games. Like, give me 2 goal scorers, and I told him just Pajot, Doughty off the top of my head, and they both scored. I was like, no way.
Nuts.
But yeah, I think I posted that too. Anyways, Yotes and the Blues. Yotes plus 265, Blues minus 340. What a line. Over under 5.5, shaded over. I'll tell you right now, Blues minus 340, I put as the other leg of that parlay with Nashville plus 1.5, and that's going to come out to plus 115. So
Gotta be a curse, man.
if that fucks me over, I'm going to be honestly a little upset. But it's all right. I have faith that the Blues will get it done here against the Yotes. I was talking to you earlier about both teams to score to the no. It was plus money, and then you said Yotes team total under 1.5 because they just never seem to score 2 goals. But the fact that they scored 4 goals on this Blues team earlier in the year makes me a little hesitant.
Yeah,
More than a little.
For good reason, but I mean, I don't know. It's the Yotes. Honestly, this game looks like it could be an under. I don't know. Wedgwood has not played. He's the best goalie for the Yotes, I think. I mean, Vejmelka has his moments, but
Vermelka's only good in the daytime.
daytime Saturday game. Do they have one this week?
I'm gonna look at their schedule if they have one the rest of the year. Give me your thoughts on this game while I look.
But Binnington at home always much better. He reminds me of Carter Hart. I mean, they're both super young future goalies. So I compare them a lot. Binnington's a lot better at home. Wedgwood's definitely the better of the Yotes goalies. But I won't be betting it on under. I'm just talking about the game there. Yotes plus 1.5. I mean, like I said, if it's going to be an under, I feel like it could easily end 2-1, 3-2.
Except the Blues are winning, and Nashville's going to maybe even the draw on that one sounds nice. Nashville, Toronto. So like, as long as the Blues win, man.
Yeah, plus money for a team not to lose by 2 goals.
All right, let's see here. I'm looking at the Yotes schedule. We're in November. They do not have another. Oh wait, I should look at Sunday too, huh? All right, no day games.
In depth.
Literally, this is gonna be fun. No day games. Now we'll hop over to January. Day game on Martin Luther King Day against the Canadiens.
That's my birthday almost.
Yeah, they play the Devils on your birthday.
Oh, thanks.
Day game against Winnipeg end of February.
Imagine looking ahead.
Day game against Ottawa. Dude, they got a lot of them, dude. Oh man, second half of the season, Vermelka's season.
Back to Tuesday, November 16th, 2021.
All right, the next game we're going to discuss here on the slate is the Detroit Red Wings and the Dallas Stars. Red Wings plus 165, Stars minus 185, over under 5.5, shaded to the under. Detroit hasn't won here in like the last 8 tries, and like that scares me, even though I do think the Wings are definitely a live dog here. I'm just going to stay away from this game in general. I wanted to put Wings plus 1.5 in a parlay, but I just got scared. Because this game has a weird feeling for me that this was the season opener, I believe, last year, but Dallas like obliterated them like 8-1, and like I don't know, I just get a weird feeling about that tonight since Dallas finally won by multiple goals on home ice against Philly.
There is absolutely no way to look at this game. I really don't think there is. You can't bet Dallas.
This and the Pittsburgh game's the ugliest thing on the slate.
Well, you can't bet Dallas in regulation because they have yet to get. They got one regulation win.
Yeah, when I bet against them, dude, literally last time out against the Flyers, they decided to screw me over here. They puck lined them and everything.
Well, yeah, so you can't bet them in regulation. Too scary. I don't know if Detroit will come off with a win. I lean Dallas here, but there's no, with the lines the way they are, there's no way to bet it. Under, over, totally have no idea because Dallas.
Here's a prop for you. Luke Glendening. I don't know what the price is, but he scored his last time out, and his forward team's the Red Wings. So, Vermelka for Vezina, dude. Yes, sir. Daytime Vezina. Give him an Emmy award for goaltending.
Yep, exactly. That might be a way to look at it, but what's the line on that? -155.
That's why I was like, I almost put him in that parlay with Nashville, but I was like,
Yeah, it can fit in a parlay for sure because, like I said, you can't bet Dallas to cover anything. You can't bet them regulation. Dallas could put up a 5 spot and screw.
See, I love how we're having this conversation now. And I think the last time me and you were both on a show together is when I bet Nashville over Dallas. And you're like, you keep fading Dallas, and it's just not working out for you.
Yeah, because Dallas is.
And then I did it again, like that cash, and then I did it again against the Flyers, and it didn't work out. Like, Larkin again, dude. Larkin's red hot right now. I didn't look at Bertuzzi.
I had him yesterday, and I should have.
My dad did, and he bet him with Cizikas, and Cizikas was out 6. The bet voided, and he got the money for Larkin.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, Bertuzzi's been not. Well, Bertuzzi hasn't been red hot, but yeah, I definitely like those 2-point props there.
All right. I believe we only got 2 games left here on this slate. I don't think I've missed anything, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. All right.
Vegas and Carolina.
Yep, that's exactly where I was headed. Canes -140, Knights +115, over under 6 -115. I'm gonna jump in a live first period over spot here. I think I missed it at -125, which I would have taken, and I don't know why I don't want to take -130, but I'm not gonna. Both of these teams here on a first period over run here. Vegas, I believe, 5 or 6-0 in their last, handful of first periods here. I do like Carolina to win this game, but Mark Stone being back just, I don't know, could give Vegas the weirdest boost. It's just how that team rolls.
Oh, it definitely will. I lean Vegas. Ronta's in net for Carolina.
But Ronta's never played Vegas, I don't think. I like Ronta, though. I'll never hate on Antti Ronta because, to be honest, when he's healthy, the last time he was fully healthy, he exploded onto the scene like Darcy Kemper did in that year with Arizona. Remember, like, January came and Kemper was like the best goalie in the league? That's exactly what Ronta was, like a season or 2 before that. And I like that. I mean, he's a Hawk. I mean, maybe it's a little bit of a homer in me, but
I hear you on that. But with Leonard being in that, and I mean, Ronta, yeah, he's not awful, but I think the Canes are gonna try to play a more lockdown game because it's Vegas at home. You have to play a little back because they're on transition and they're at home. Mark Stone's back. That's gonna be a boost, but he's also a good defensive player. With that being said, I do like the under here. That's 6 -115. I probably will be betting that because I am hoping that with Stone being back, that adds the defensive aspect, and the Canes knowing Ronta's in that and not Freddie Anderson, maybe we'll have him play back a little. So I'm gonna take the under 6 in this one.
All right, Jake liking the under 6 there.
A lot of point props from for all the games. Yes, Svechnikov to record a point. Can't go wrong. He's been playing really good this season, and I wish you luck. All right. On to the last game. Are you?
Yeah, no, that sounds good. I'm just kind of looking over some stats here real quick, and the way I am looking at it here, like the first period under in Detroit and Dallas, I'm kind of thinking about adding. Looking at the spreadsheet here. So the first period total here, their last 10, Dallas 2-6 to the 2-6-0. I don't. That's only 8 games. Oh, probably because. Okay, that makes sense. All right, this is away games. They're at home. All right, so Dallas at home 3-2 to the first period over. On the road, Wings are 3-5 overall. Their last 10, they're both 4-6. Last 5, Dallas 1-4, Detroit 2-3. I don't know. This is kind of like I wanted to add it, but I don't know. I did.
Yeah, he was saying it's half unit plays. Yeah, I feel you on that. When I bet props,
Yeah.
if I have a
Sometimes
few,
I just parlay them.
parlay them too. Yeah, but yeah, it's not a big money on it because if you hit just a few, if you hit, I guess you have to come out with a positive record because the odds are like all minus 100s right around there or plus 100s. But seems reasonable. I just don't like. I haven't had time to fully look into every game in depth, and I want to. And I started like with like a spreadsheet, and I had like all the players typed out and like what they were doing every game. But I got lazy and didn't keep it up throughout the whole season. But
Yeah.
that's how I found that Seattle thing with the defenseman and then the Jets top line, the team playing the Jets top
All
line,
right. I
top line.
I finally found the words to justify why I like the first period under in Detroit and Dallas. All right, so overall, the last 5 games, Dallas is 1-4 to it, and then on the road here, the Wings they're 1-4 to it, and I just think that matches up a little nicely here in a game that I think is going to end up being a stinker most likely. Either
Yeah,
that, or I think it's going to be a Dallas runaway.
I was gonna say Dallas could easily score 2 in the first period, or it's just gonna be 0-0 for a long time.
All right, so now that I got that out of the way, we got one more game to discuss here. Washington and Anaheim. The Ducks plus 110, Capitals minus 125. Over under 6 shaded to the under. I didn't bet this game, but I think this might be the spot where the Ducks win streak ends. Capitals have just been a juggernaut on the road here. I mean, now we've gotten to 7 games on the Ducks win streak. They're definitely overachieving to an extent. I think they might actually be good, but they're obviously like overachieving to everybody's standards, right?
Who? The Ducks?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they are
They are a
have
good team, I think, and they
yeah,
have
they
the
have a good
goaltending, and they have enough veteran leadership on defense that, like, my thought is if the Ducks are like this, man, the Hawks should be a wagon.
exactly. We're 3-0. We are a new team. You got to erase the 1-9 or the 0-9 or whatever the hell it
But
was.
the last time out on the road was the Capitals. I mean, they won in regulation 4-3, but that was their first time not covering the spread on the road. They had been flawless against it, and I think they'll come out here pissed against the Ducks to an extent. I think they're gonna. Gibson's numbers are awful. They're almost 3.5 goals per game against the Duck or against the Caps. So
Exactly my point of taking the over here. I have the over 5.5. I think the Ducks won't go down scoreless, and the Caps are gonna, like you said, it's time. Caps are gonna win this one, but I'm gonna stick with the over. I might do
this
the
could
little
be like a 5-3 game.
yeah. I
The
might
Ducks, something's got to give here. The Ducks are what, like 14-2 here against the spread, and the Caps have only lost once against the spread on the road. Like, I mean, I don't think this is a spot where the draw is going to hit though.
yeah no. The Caps and the over 5.5 is plus 290. That's a bet I really like. So
That's actually a good one.
yeah, I almost like it a lot.
That's what I'm saying, dude. If the early slate goes well with these first period unders, I might actually add that to the card.
Yeah.
I'll give you props. That sounds actually really decent, especially since they're giving you a 5.5 on that.
Yeah, it's just this is the FanDuel one, but it has to end in regulation, which I've gotten screwed out of on the Hawks. Dude, I was so mad. But the past 3 Hawks games, two ago, not the last one, but the one that went to overtime, the one that went to shootout. I had Hawks parlayed with the under in both of those games, but both of them didn't end in regulation, so they didn't cash. But both stayed under. Both were Hawks wins. I'd be drowning in money right now because I bet a lot on that. They couldn't pull it off in a regulation.
Hey, I remember you texting me pissed about that. I was confused. I was like, I didn't win. How?
Yeah, right. I was at first. I was like, "What is this? Why is this not giving me the money?" And it says lost. And then it was like, "Oh, you got to be in regulation." It's annoying, but whatever.
All right, we got to move on to player props.
Yep.
That was a 12-game slate across the NHL. I guess I'll recap real quick. Isles Cats, first period under -115. Habs Rangers, first period under -110. Probably my least favorite of the bunch. Flames Flyers, first period under 1.5, -115. Oilers Jets, over 6, -120. Sharks Wild, over 5.5, -125. Wings Stars, first period under -115. And the parlay +1.5 for Nashville. And the Blues money line, that equals +115. And I might jump in on a live bet on the first period over in Canes Knights, and then Jake's Ducks. The Caps and the over parlay kind of sounded nice. We'll see how the day goes.
Yeah, I don't have very much. I'll be probably adding I'll probably do a few parlays, but I'm not going to go through all those. Mainly on the under 6 and Leaf spreads, which doesn't exist anymore. So I don't want to say under 5.5 because I want the push there. So under 6 is what I have it at. The over 5.5 in the Caps Ducks, Caps money line over 5.5 parlay. Then for player props, oh wait, no, we're just going over things. I have the draw in the Leafs and Preds game. I don't have very much. I know I talked about games, but I did not bet very much tonight.
That's okay. That's the point of the show.
Yeah, I'm just talking out loud. The Wild in regulation, the under 1.5 in the Flames and Flyers game. And I believe that's it for me.
All right, so now we'll hop on over to the player props. I like Pierre-Luc Dubois over 0.5 point, -125. Jordan Kyrou, same price for over 0.5 point, -125. Duchesne, -120 for over 0.5 point. He's been on an absolute torrent pace right here. Then the goal scorers, the revenge factor I talked about, Evan Rodriguez against his former team, the Buffalo Sabres. I like him to score +265. Kyle Connor, anytime goal scorer, +130. I think he'll be doing with McDavid, but I just don't want to bet McDavid at -money. I don't know, even if it's a winner. And then Hartman, anytime goal scorer for the Wild, +285. Those are my props for tonight.
Give me 1 second because I was gonna look at something. Basically, one prop that I'm going a lot in on is Crosby to get a goal tonight, and Crosby to get a goal and over 2.5 shots. I was just looking up stuff with Crosby. It's the second game back. I mean, all that stuff that happened yesterday or against the Caps game. Was it against the Caps?
Yeah.
Where he just tackled that guy and everyone was like, "What's going on?" He's an angry guy right now. I think he'll get on the board against this Buffalo team that isn't the best. I looked up his numbers against Buffalo. He averages 3 shots a game. He's got a lot of goals, a lot of assists. So he seems to always be on the board against Buffalo.
That's the way to look with the splits. Like, for the superstars, I don't think it's worth looking at, little players throughout the lineup for, the splits. Because I feel like you want a big sample size for that.
Then that's why, I was looking at that. Because there were some guys, and it's like, 3 games. Congratulations. Like that.
Right. It's like, I'll ride you when you're hot during the season, not just because I saw you had a good game versus. What's
annoying is they don't have Crosby to get 2 points. It's just 1 point at -250. I'm like, what? I'm not betting that. And I want to bet him to get 2 points, but it doesn't look like can find that anywhere. But the over 2.5 shots and the goal for me for Crosby. I'm also tailing Nick here with the Burns point and the Yossi point. I like
the Yossi point's decent, yeah.
Yeah, Yossi's been. I mean, I don't know. I hate Nashville. Well, no, I hated Pecorine. I didn't hate Nashville. I just hate Pecorine because Nashville's kind of like my favorite city in the country. But I just hated Pecorine because he owned the Hawks. But Yossi, I like him. He's been hot lately. I'm gonna ride him with the point streak.
All right, so I like it. DFS time before we hop on over to best bets. I'll kick things off here with my centerman, Pierre-Luc Dubois and Connor McDavid, followed up by Kyle Connor on the wing. I think we're going to see goals in that game. I think those top lines are going to be big into the scoring. And this is the first time I think I've touched either Oiler in a DFS lineup this year. So just finally spending some dollars on them. I put Andre Kasha in there, kind of a value play. Goals in 3 straight games. He's pretty cheap. Evan Rodriguez, revenge factor. Darnell Nurse and Neil Pionk on defense. I think, again, we're going to see goals in Edmonton, Winnipeg, and the puck's going to be worked around. I could see each of them getting a couple of assists. Maybe find the back of the net. Saros in goal. I do like Nashville. I think Toronto will just throw everything on net, and he's going to stop everything that's thrown at him. And then utility, Ryan Hartman. He's been awesome for the last 2 weeks, and his prices, 4,100, I can't pass up. It's kind of annoying that he's a centerman now, though, because I've always known him as a winger.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Crosby for +2 points. Mine is 185 for 2+ points.
It sounds awful.
How is that even a thing? Dang. Well, I can't find it on any of my ones, so I guess I won't be betting that. But 2 goals +500. I mean, that sounds very reasonable.
Yeah, don't forget about that Luke Glendening name I tossed out there. I know I didn't put him in anything, but just because he's not in anything probably means he'll score.
Yeah, totally fair. I do not have a DFS lineup, unfortunately. I would make one if I could get into one. I waited too long to get in, and they don't have the one I
I'm
wanted.
gonna be honest. I made mine at like 250 when I was waiting for my mom. I was sitting there in the parking.
So did you get the single entry one or what?
Yeah, I did Daily Dollar single entry.
Oh, you did the see. I did
The
the
$5 one wasn't there.
Yeah, it was filled. So I'm like, all right, I'm not doing it.
There was the 3-entry max one, and then the single entry. I was like, I'll do the single entry.
I can't even do the 3-entry. I'm not dealing with those pros out there that freaking make the same lineup 3 times but add like one different player and you just run the thing. So I only do the single entry one, and it's not there. So I'll sit this one out.
All right. So before we get to best bets, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Royal Bettors. If you like what you hear throughout the show, follow me on Twitter at Jaric_rubel11, my buddy Jake here at JakeElder19, and subscribe to the YouTube channel that you're watching this very video on. You can hit that little big red box you see underneath our channel name and give us a like, comment, interact with us like Nick here is. He said he used to do the 50-cent game and put 150 lineups in. Yeah, get the hell out of here.
That's what I try to run away from. But it makes sense. It probably, if you're.
See, I'm not against people in the NFL who do it, though, because there's like 500,000 people in some of them contests.
Yeah, right.
I mean, what's 20 entries going to do?
But yeah, we got a few viewers today. We had some interaction in the chat.
Yeah, I saw we got up to a 4, I think. That sounded pretty good to me.
Yeah, we're 2 hours from puck drop, and we'll see how
That's
our
the
bets
nice
go.
thing. That's the nice thing about these late shows is once we're done with this, we don't got to wait on stuff all day. We just be ready right into it.
I feel like I sit here and I look at bets and I make freaking more bets. Stupid.
Tuesday and Thursday, but that's why we do these late shows, because we know Tuesday and Thursday are the heavier cards.
Yeah, because we got so many options of points and parlays and everything. So
literally,
we'll see how it goes.
Best bets.
Oh yeah.
All right. You want to kick things off? I'm gonna throw it to you first today.
I don't
ever. On the spot.
Well, I want to take my bet, but it isn't there under 6, but that ain't there anymore. So can I take it? Is that fair?
I did. I mean, I'm sorry that I bet this a couple days ago and I didn't tweet it out or whatever, but this is my best bet. I don't know. I did it, I think, with that Leafs and Bolts under 6.5. That was down to 5.
I want my record to count. Otherwise, I would pick Crosby over 2.5 shots on goal. But I get my Predators Leafs game under 6 at -110. Seems unreal to me, the fact that it dropped to literally over 40 more. What do we count that? What is that called? Not units, obviously, but a minus. I don't know what they
move. I don't know. Total move. Odds move.
The odds move down like 40 more. So I'll take the under 6 there. Hopefully it goes well.
I'm going to take the over 5.5 in the Sharks and Wild. And I'm going to be honest, because of the line right now, it was an alternate total that I grabbed it at today. I mean, the 5.5 was -125. And I was like, okay, I'll grab this alt total. That's in my price range. And so, yeah, I'm all over the 5.5. The number's at 6. The number's at 6, but I grabbed that alt total literally like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah. Totally fair. At 6, yeah, it shouldn't be that much because the 6 is +100.
Yeah, exactly. So I hopped all over that. I don't see this game. I mean, Reimer's in that for the Sharks, but I don't really care. His numbers against Minnesota are okay. Minnesota overs at home have just been magnificent, so I'll take the 5.5 there and make it my best bet for the night. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Nick hanging out in the chat and Hank like he usually does and giving us some picks. We always appreciate that. Again, if you're watching this live, don't be afraid to chime in the chat and let us know what you think. We're always down to interact. We see Nick here almost every day, and we appreciate him for stopping by. If you're watching this as a video, we appreciate you for making it this far. We're about 45 minutes in, so be sure to subscribe, like, follow us on Twitter, all that good stuff. It'll be appreciated.
Such a long video. It's dark in my house. Like I
know.
was lit up 40 minutes ago. Now I'm like getting dark. I was gonna turn the light, but we're ending here. So yeah, thanks guys. It's always fun reading the comments and interacting. So let's hope we have a good day here.
Yep, we got 3 games to talk about tomorrow. Blackhawks trend that I kind of want to talk about here that I think could be starting. It's 3-0 already under Derek King. So stay tuned for that, and it might be part of the show tomorrow. It definitely will be part of the show tomorrow. So be sure to stop in and hear what we got to say for the Hawks and Kraken game. And we'll have the Ducks and Capitals to talk, or Ducks, that's tonight. The Kings and Capitals to talk about, and I forget what the one other game is tomorrow, but I think it's Colorado and Vancouver. Might be wrong. Yeah, Colorado, Vancouver. So yeah, we'll have those to talk about tomorrow. We'll be live at 9 a.m. to discuss it. Nice, bright and early with no goalie confirmations. And yeah, we'll catch you all tomorrow. For Jake Elder, I'm Jaric Rubel. Peace out, everybody.